Look, I get it. The new 4 Series is it's not a very good looking car. Let's just throw it out there. I thought it would be an acquired taste, much like this IPA. And it's not biting, unfortunately. But that's not the problem. The problem is, how does it drive? I'm looking for the beauty on the inside of the car. I want to know how it handles. I don't care about the outside. I've even had fun in a Nissan Leaf, so I'm pretty sure this can do a little bit better than a Nissan Leaf. And maybe if I drink enough of these without driving it, but looking at it, maybe it might turn into a more attractive car. I don't know. You're watching the Italian Tune-Up Pro Show. Oh, God, excuse me. So sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so let's check out what the M440 feels like. I still don't know what the demographic is for this car. I don't know if I know it's a grand touring car. I know it's supposed to be luxurious, but it's also trying to be this sports car, so I don't really know what to expect. So that's what we're going to find out right now. Let me get on my my head cam. Hold on. my helmet, if you will. There we go. We are good to rock. Let's fasten our seatbelts. I'm in the, I think, Canberra beige interior, which I'm not really a fan of. Sport plus traction. We got to make sure that's on there. So let's manual mode. There we go. Let's give it a little go. Let's see what happens. Curious. So far, just kind of initial impression is the steering is plenty heavy. Like, this steering is extremely heavy. Let's pull out in front of all these people, yeah? Because we can go. Oh, shit. Okay, for that 70 miles per hour came fairly quick. Yeah, so they're saying that this car can achieve 0 to 60 in about 3.8 seconds. I can feel that for sure. Fuel reserve, we'll be fine. We're not going too far. So starting off with the engine and the powertrain, as far as the shifting transmission, the ZF8 speed used in everything, it's a fantastic transmission. Everyone knows this. Good on the shifts. The actual power and pull of this is kind of breathtaking. Yeah, it made me cuss a little bit. Oh shit! I just got a text from Christoph that says that the owner of Winding Road Racing is at the dealership. Yeah. So back to the car. Awesome. I got a mosey on back there. So this review will be fairly quick and concise. So downshift, I shifted. There's a little bit of latency in the downshift itself. I'm going to back off this. We're kind of in traffic hour right now, so I'm going to get a little bit of a feel for just how she grips. I'm going to do a brake test, see how that goes. But initially with the steering and chassis, this chassis is pretty heavy feeling. It could be the steering. The steering's extremely heavy. The chassis feels big. It definitely feels like a very large car. And what's powering this and going back to the engine and transmission, obviously everyone knows is the ZF, but the B58 engine that's commonly used in everything BMW now, is the staple, is by far one of the best motors they have produced in a long time. This motor is such an awesome character. It's got good low-end torque for daily driving. You can just kind of barely get on it and blow through your shifts, and boom, you're already speeding. Like, that's not even ringing it out. And the power band just keeps going and going. At the very top, it does kind of let off as far as building the power, but you sacrifice that just to get that low-end torque, which a lot of people like on a daily driver situation. Sorry, y'all. Every time I get a chance to meet the Mr. Martin from Winding Road Racing that actually owns it, I'm not around, and it sucks because he always takes off. Anyways, back to this car. Coming into a turn, a little 90-degree, getting on it. It just grips. God damn it. Okay. This car rips, dude. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Oh, fuck, this is fun. Fuck the looks, man. I don't care what anyone says about the looks. Let's see this corner here. Let's see what this is all about. Ah, somebody stopped in the middle. It's okay. Power on and go. Oh, four-wheel slide. Just a slight little rotation. Just a tad. Not a drift. Don't worry, I'm not drifting this car. I don't intend to. It's not my car. But God, this. Oh God. Jeez, that is a little brain melting. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this, y'all. I think that's Mr. Cursed. E-boost coming in, going through the chicane, power. Oh God, I'm having so much fun with this car. Oh, I'm sorry. Composure. All right, my little S's course here. As far as the handling goes, excuse me, whew, I'm legitimately having a lot of fun in this car. It just goes, man. And the four-wheel drive, the X drive, it is a very good system because you're still able to rotate. There's no understeer. That's what I love about BMW all-wheel drive, is it still has inherent rear-wheel drive characteristics, but you can sit there and hang 10 in the corner and just fucking blast on it, man. This is good. I'm enjoying this a lot, and coming in, kind of my old industrial area. We're doing this during a weekday through my course that I typically go through, and I don't want to piss anyone off because this car is extremely capable of excessive speeding with ease, and that's one thing I'm feeling. Oh, it thinks that the lane departure warning is coming on, and I hate that. I hate that system, but it's okay. Danny's, BMW has some of the worst lane departure warnings. I cannot stand how touchy and sensitive it is. It's very frustrating. Handling. For a big car, this car rips. Like, it took the, just mid-range. It took the chicane that I went through. It just barreled through, no problem. I got the ass end loose, but in the transition, going through the turn during the transition, I literally just pointed it and went, and it just goes, man. It's awesome. I'm having a good time with this car. Oh man, it is definitely a lumbering car, but the thing is, this all-wheel drive system is so good that it's just literally point and go. Woo, slidey boy. Yeah, it's just a little bit of slip. There is some gravel back there, and again, I like to go through that just because there is a little bit of gravel. You can get a little sideways, but it's not gonna like spin you out or anything. For the wheelbase of this car, it's extremely composed. This chassis is actually really well sorted. I know it's based on the same chassis as the M340. This is essentially an M340, but I am actually quite surprised at this. The power delivery in this car. E-boost, and you hear that motor sing. We're kind of coming up to my chicane. Oh my God, that is good. I am extremely impressed with this car right now because it is so well sorted. It's a heavy car and you can feel it, but this is kind of mind-boggling because it's hiding its weight really well. It's like taking a heavier set person and squeezing them into a corset. Oh, it handles well. Okay, we got to do a little brake check, so we're going to go up to about 70. Brakes are, they're definitely not going to give me the sweats. I'm not sweating with the brakes. They're good brakes. They're not going to knock your sinuses into the front of your skull or anything, but they're pretty good. Please refuel. Oh my God, dude, this thing gets to 60. I'm not even paying attention, and it's already above it, and I'm not used to that. This is a fine car. Before I get done with this, I understand the looks are suspect. They're questionable for some people. Some people like it. It's pretty elegant. I'm going to sum this up. This car drives a lot more angrier than it looks on the outside, yet it's got this touch of refinement. Like, the ride is still supple and soft. Like, you can definitely tell there's like some good suspension travel, but the chassis is so well sorted that you could do some good twisting driving and keep up with some solid stacked cars, maybe even like my Miata for sure. And it's totally controlled. Oh my gosh, this thing is... All right, well, that concludes that. I thank you for bearing with me with traffic. Let's talk about it. Let's put this thing on the tier list, man, because you guys experience genuine reactions in this car. Like, this is my genuine first time driving one of these cars. Backing up again, power delivery. That's a hoot. I'm having a good time. The shifting, a little bit of latency, but that's ZF for you, whatever. I love it. The actual all-wheel drive system, fantastic. Man, this is a good daily driver. If you just want a really elegant, expensive two-seater, like this is it. Well, I mean, there is a back seat, but I mean, who are you gonna fit back there, man? Yeah, hold on. Let me show you all the squiggles real quick. Holy Jesus. How's my hair? Oh, it's fucked up. That's okay. I'm really thrilled about this car. This car drives so well, and I thought that Joe Achilles and the Carwell guy, I thought all these guys were just talking it up just because, they're kind of BMW fanboy-y. No, this car is an incredible machine. Yes, it's big. Yes, it's heavy, but in terms of the steering feel, it's nicely weighted. I know it's faux steering with the electronic controlled steering. That doesn't matter. This car is an incredible ride. I genuinely had a good time going out there for just a second, even though we were in traffic. But when I got the chance to go through corners, I had no drama whatsoever. The average Joe can get in this thing and rip around like he's goddamn James Hunt. And I love that about this car. Okay, let's go back to the tier list because I want to chat about this car some more. Looks aside, this is a brilliant car. I don't usually drink this much, but it's Sunday, so cheers. Getting to the M440, let's just dive into it. Let's make this a quick video. The M440 engine and transmission, B58, B30 is a monster of a motor. It has exceeded all expectations. If you look into a YouTuber named Papadakis Racing, he's been working around 2JZs, 1JZs, and BMW straight sixes for a while. He has nothing but praise for the engine. There's already guys putting down 800 or so, I think, on stock internals. The sky's the limit with this motor. This motor is going to be incredible. The ZF transmission, 8-speed, I've already touched on it already in the S4. The one thing I do like about BMWs is it keeps you in gear. It doesn't shift for you if you're in full manual mode. Transmission's fantastic. The xDrive system is fantastic. You can rotate it with throttle control, which is a lot of fun, and literally just kind of slide it in there, point and go. All right, on to the handling and chassis of the M440. The car is an absolute pig of a car. It's almost 4,000 pounds. I'm pretty sure well optioned out, it's about 4,000 pounds. That's a big ass car. That's a huge monster of a car, and you can totally feel it. The steering itself feels very heavy. BMW really dialed it in. However, it does feel a little bit fake over time, and this is quite apparent whenever you're making a quick transition. So when you make a quick transition, say in my chicane, whenever you kind of go from left to right or right to left, you can definitely feel that it's lumbering around a little bit. And the thing is, the chassis is so heavy, yet it's such a great stiff chassis that it's actually really good for the size. It's reminiscent of a GTR, just less clunky, but not even on the GTR's caliber of handling in general. Getting to the suspension itself, the suspension is pretty tight. However, it's made for a grand touring experience, so there is a little bit more travel. It's not super stiff. It's good on long road trips. This car is in such a strange luxury sports car segment. Again, I think I've realized what this car segment is, and to be honest with you, it's reminiscent of an Audi RS5, which is about 15 or 10 grand more than this car, but we'll get into that here in a moment. Going into braking, I am a fan of them. They're pretty solid. They do what they do good, and don't expect more from them. Don't expect to late brake too much. BMW brakes are typically really good, but they're not my favorite brakes. They do just fine. It's fine. Overall tendencies with the car, it's a very large car. The engine and transmission kind of make up for the lack of, I guess, precision that you get from the car. It does lumber a little bit. Upon driving it, when I'm driving it, I was kicking it around a little bit, but I can feel, and I didn't get to any limit whatsoever, but I could feel like if you got to a certain limit, it would definitely start to push. Like it would definitely be a nose-heavy pig, kind of reminiscent of the way it looks. So my take on it is it's good for day-to-day use, everyday duty. It's very comfortable. You can do road trips in it if you wanted to. However, I think that if you were to autocross or track it, it would really start to show how ugly this car can be as far as the handling dynamics go. I'm going to go ahead and put this car, I want to put it higher than where I'm going to put it. However, after driving it, yes, I was giggling like a little schoolgirl and I was having a blast, but that was mainly thanks to the B58 motor. The B58 motor is just, God, I love that motor. If I can find a way to shoehorn the B58 into my Miata, like, I think I would be super happy, even though the front overhang over the subframe might be just a little bit too far. Regardless, it's just an amazing motor. I have a fantastic time with that motor. ZF transmission is awesome. I can't wait to drive a Supra. I've driven Z4 M40s, but I can't wait to drive the Supra with that setup being a lighter car, because this car is a pig, and that is apparent. What I've gathered as far as where this car should fall in terms of what's the market, if you look at the Audi RS5, that's it right there. This is basically like an Audi RS5, but it falls short. Then again, the price tag is much shorter as well, so that's kind of the thing. If you don't want the Audi RS5, if you can't justify spending $90,000, $80-something thousand and you want to save yourself 15 grand for a competent all-wheel drive, 6-cylinder, smooth, sports-capable grand touring car, go for the M440. The M440 is a great car. It's almost like what the Audi S5 should be. So if I were to put it somewhere, it would be in between an Audi S5 Coupe and an RS5. It's just kind of in there. So basically, what I'm getting at is BMW did a great job making an Audi. And flame suit is on. For those of you in the comment section that'll eventually find this, that yes, I just said that BMW did a great job of making what the S5 should have been. I've driven plenty of S5s. I know how they feel from the seat of my pants. The RS5 is just obviously a little bit faster, but then again, price tag. So it's in this really strange market, man. But anyways, let's put it somewhere. What I will do is I'm going to put it straight up in B tier. It's a B tier car. As far as driving dynamics and everything, when I've had a time to kind of digest it, it's a B tier car. It doesn't excel at everything to a great capability. It excels at accelerating more than anything. The straight line performance of this car it's going to be awesome. I'm sure there's going to be some crazy tuning companies that are going to take this car and make them, 10, maybe even 9-second monsters just with that drivetrain. I'm sure it's super bulletproof. However, I don't see it ranking any higher than B tier. Modification wise, for the money, why would you want to buy this car and throw more money into it whenever it looks like that and it's that heavy? It just swaddles you in luxury and some straight line performance. So it's just a really fast grand touring car. It's a good Audi BMW. So there you go. Thank you so much for tuning in, and feel free to subscribe if you like to, comment, share your thoughts. I'm sure I might have offended some folks, but I don't really care. So that's just my opinion, and it is what it is. But thanks for tuning in. Bye.